Oh my God. Guys, what is this? This is how the right wing is ramping up after the fucking Charlie Kirk murder. There is a website called charliesmurderers.com. This is a website that wants people to send in tips and submissions for people that they think are directly involved or directly responsible for the death of Charlie Kirk. But their version of directly responsible is, did they celebrate him dying? Oh my God. And they just, here's this person located here with this employer. Here's all of their stuff. It's, oh my God. They're just trying to find, it's just going to be a fucking doxing list. It's just going to be a fucking public doxing list. What the fuck? I said, that's going to end up in a legal battle. Yeah, this should be illegal. This is going to end up in a fucking legal battle. Little Firecat says, oh no, please no, this is feeling more like 1930s Germany. Yeah, Jesus Christ. I'm just curious. Has somebody submitted my name yet? Does not seem so. Does not seem so. I don't think it is. No, your name's not in here. Jesus Christ, though. Go to jail, do not collect 200. Maybe we shouldn't be showing these either. It's already on the internet. They've already got it there, but fair point. They really do just want to dial this shit up. They really do just want to dial this fucking shit up. Look at the responses from the people on the right looking at this.
Bullshit! I've never been so pissed in my whole life. And this murder Charlie Kirk right here in Utah. I'm so freaking pissed right now. This is bullshit. I just saw blood squirting out of his neck. I love that guy. He would have been our next president. I am so pissed right now. Why do they always come with fucking violence? Gosh, damn it. Use your... Again,
I feel like I am supposed to show you once more the statistics on left versus right violence. I feel like I owe it to all of you to show you the statistics on left versus right violence. Because if I don't show you the statistics on left versus right violence, then you might get the wrong idea here. Why do they always have to resort to this? My guy, not only do the statistics not bear out that the left is responsible for more violence, I just want you to look in the mirror real quick of what people do whenever somebody dies on the left, or who can ostensibly be considered on the left. Charlie Kirk directly said that we should be posting bail bond for the people who attacked Nancy Pelosi's husband. And here, if any of you remember, was a 17-year-old trans girl. This is the bridge that she jumped off of to her death. And Stone Toss and multiple other right-wing accounts responded to that. They responded to Charlie's death with this. Check your fucking mirror. Check your mirror. If you are going to say that one side is more responsible than the other, check the goddamn fucking mirror. There are people who spent their entire time mocking this person's death, and for some reason, that's considered perfectly normal on the right. Anyway. Freaking
words is there talking to you people? Who shot Charlie Kirk? I'm driving down a Provo right now. I'm so pissed. Damn it.
Very normal response. Or we could look at what Sean Hannity is saying in response to this.
Where are the leaders on the left that will challenge this madness, that will speak out against it? And I'll add that anyone that claims to be a conservative or MAGA or pro-Donald Trump that uses that type of extreme, violent rhetoric, the same goes for you. There are some idiots that claim to be conservative. They are not. But the left has given us 10 non-stop years of rage and hatred and vile language. And it's undeniable that it is poisoning the minds of many people in our country, and it needs to end.
So, fun fact, where are the left leaders that are condemning these acts of violence? Well, there's a friend of mine, not so erudite. We don't agree on everything, but she's actually made it a point to start collecting these responses. The left's reaction Let's take a look. The left's reaction. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Brian Tyler Cohen. The Charlie Kirk shooting is beyond horrific. Legitimately disgusted at the broken state of this country. David Packman. Charlie Kirk was apparently shot in the neck at an event in Utah today. As of this time, his status of whether he is alive or dead is unknown. Absolutely terrifying, disgusting stuff. Anna Kasparian, who, I don't know if I'd call her left, but sure. Charlie Kirk was reportedly shot at an event. Horrific, disgusting, and terrifying. I hope he's okay and recovers soon. Joe fucking Biden and Barack Obama. Biden says there's no place in this country for this kind of violence. It must end now. Jill and I are praying for Charlie Kirk's family. Barack Obama. We don't know what motivated the person who shot and killed Charlie Kirk, but this kind of despicable violence has no place in our democracy. Michelle and I will be praying for Charlie's family tonight. Isn't it so weird that dipshits, morons, idiots like Sean Hannity can freak out and say, where are the left leaders condemning this? They're not doing it. Where are they? My guy, we've got leftists condemning it. We've got liberals condemning it. We've got people who left the left but still are fairly liberal on some shit like Anna who are condemning it. Condemning it seems to be pretty fucking common on the left. Even in my first video on this, I cannot condone the murder of Charlie Kirk. I can be happy his hateful rhetoric has stopped, at least coming from his mouth. But I will never be happy that a murder has happened. It should have never came to that. In a perfect world, a person like Charlie Kirk would eventually come around and use their platform for good for once in their fucking life.
Declared war, right? The left just declared war.
Again, the left just declared war? This is Christian nationalist podcaster Joshua Hames. Now, Josh is saying the left declared war. But again, at this moment, at 9:30 p.m., we have no information at all on the motives of the shooter.
Right? And we've got to do something about it. We've got to do something about it. And my suggestion is that we completely outcast anyone who has those views, who behaves like that. Treat them like we treat the KKK, because that's what they are. That's what they are. Evil, hateful demons. And we can't have a country with evil, hateful demons. We just can't. We just can't. So, yes, we love our enemies. We pray for them. But we've got to take action.
Nobody important says, yeah, the left's the one declaring war right now, so civil war. But where? Where are they declaring it? Where are they declaring that?
It's still up to us. I saw a lot of rumors online today. I was made aware of this by my team that I canceled some sort of college tour. That's bullshit. I saw those rumors. They are false. I will be coming to college campuses, many of them this year. So will we all, I am sure, because we're Americans and we're not going to be deterred. Charlie's voice is not silent. We're going to pick up that bloodstained microphone where Charlie left it. And to those who would intimidate, who would seek to stop us, who would seek to end free discussion, who believe that they have ownership over public spaces and can violently threaten and kill people who speak freely, we are not going to stop. And I have two words: fuck you. We will not stop telling the truth. We will never stop telling the truth. We will never stop debating and discussing. We will never stop standing up for what America is and for what she should be. And we will never let Charlie Kirk's voice die. Goodbye to my friend, Charlie Kirk. May your memory be a blessing for your family and for your country and for all of us.
It is true. Ben Shapiro will never stop talking, but he certainly will stop telling the truth. Elon Musk saying the left is a party of murder. Brian here pointing out that Trump delivered his very, very divisive speech. Instead of actually trying to reach across the aisle, he is instead trying to say that the violent left are the problem and we should be attacking them. Friends of mine who are not involved in political spaces are watching this shit happen at their local gyms. My friend Monica had to leave the gym early because of some goddamn right-winger screaming at somebody else calling them a liberal. because of the death of Charlie Kirk.
So Matthew Dowd deserves to get fired, but this should send a message to the rest of the legacy media that are bringing on these commentators that are spreading this type of hatred, that this is no longer acceptable. This preceded this situation with the hatred and then leading up to the assassination attempt on President Trump. We've had enough of the lies from the left, and they need to start regulating what is being said on these networks.
So we need to start regulating what's being said on these networks. So the left networks. We have to regulate what's being said on MSNBC, on CNN, etc. But what about the right? What about Fox News? What about the networks that actually are not even news networks, that are news entertainment so that they can lie more often, which, by the way, Fox News is. The right never has to regulate their speech. They never have to stop doing calls for violence. But the left, they most certainly have to. According to Fox News. Libs of TikTok here, starting the doxing attempts, as they always have, for people who have opinions about the Charlie Kirk situation. And apparently...
Fight back! White man, fight back! Man, fight back! White man, fight back! White man, fight back! White man, fight back! White man, fight back!
I'm just curious, if you heard a bunch of people screaming, white men fight back, would you think that they were fighting against the KKK or that they were part of the KKK? I'm just trying to figure out which one you would think. Because I'm gonna be honest, seeing that, I'd be a little terrified. As a white guy, I'd be a little terrified. Stargazer said, I knew this shit was gonna happen after what happened yesterday. Yeah, they've turned Charlie Kirk into a martyr. The response to the murder of Charlie Kirk has been terrifying. Now, one of two things is going to happen. Either the right wing is going to devolve and become infinitely more violent and become infinitely more hard to deal with, or they're going to forget about this in 2 fucking weeks. Those are the two paths ahead of them right now. Another response to this has been historically black colleges having to put in lockdown orders and cancel classes after getting threats because of this shit. Wow, if you're hearing white men fight back, white men fight back, white men fight back, gee, I wonder what they're fighting back against. Would it be people who are fucking brown? In Baton Rouge, a series of reported threats towards historically black colleges and universities across the U.S. on Thursday led to lockdown orders, canceled classes, and heightened security. Authorities did not elaborate on the types of threats that were made, and no injuries have been reported yet. The FBI told the Associated Press that they are taking the hoax threat calls seriously and that there have been no information to indicate a credible threat. Again, as of yet. Although lockdowns have since been lifted, schools that received the threats continue to act with an abundance of caution. In an era of mass shootings and following a wave of violence Wednesday and a spate of hoax calls about active shooters at the start of the school year, some universities opted to call off classes for the rest of the week and send students home. U.S. Representative Troy Carter, a Louisiana Democrat, called the threats reprehensible attacks and said that any threat made against historically black colleges is a threat against us all. These attacks cannot be tolerated or ignored. They must be met with swift and decisive action. Southern University in Louisiana, which reported a potential threat to campus safety on an 8,200 strong student campus, and put students under lockdown for about an hour. At Alabama State University, which sits near downtown Montgomery and has an enrollment of about 3,500 students, they were ordered to shelter in place as police searched each building on campus. About 2 hours later, the university said that it had received the all clear from police. However, the school said that while the immediate threat has been resolved, students were asked to shelter in place in their dorms and classes were canceled for the remainder of the day. Clark Atlanta University in Georgia, Virginia State University, Hampton University, and others also reported threats. It should be noted that these kind of hoax threats have been happening for a while now. They're just ramping up now. My own friend, Renita, friend of the channel, messaged me, or really called me while I was in the middle of a Magic tournament a couple weeks ago because one of these threats happened at her university. I didn't answer the call as soon as it happened because I usually don't answer calls when they come, no matter who they're from. And then I got the message afterwards, I just got out of school. There's been a reported school shooting here. So I freaked the fuck out. Got on call, made sure she was okay, and then started immediately researching what was going on at her university. Did a bunch of research seeing that there were 24 police cars outside the fucking university at the time when everybody was ordered to leave the campus. That shit's fucking scary. And it's happening more and more often. Precautionary measures came at the time of heightened worry on school campuses over violence following the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk at a Utah Valley University and a shooting at a Colorado high school. Swatting incidents increased after violent events, putting schools on edge, and that was said by Don Beeler, the Chief Executive Officer of TDR Technology Solutions, which tracks swatting calls and offers technology to prevent them. The safety measures that schools may implement following potential threats could be heightened, such as canceling classes for a few days instead of just one day. Anything that happens in the next week is going to get an overreaction than what you normally see. Other historically black colleges that did not receive threats announced that day were also tightening security. South Carolina State University required anyone coming on campus in Orangeburg to show an ID after the threats started surfacing. Spelman College in Atlanta, Georgia, which neighbors a university that did receive a threat, issued a lockdown Thursday and said that it was amping up security measures. At the start of the school year, at least a dozen college campuses received hoax calls about active shooters. The realistic-sounding calls, some of which had gunshots that could be heard in the background as well, prompted universities to issue lockdowns with directions to run, hide, and fight. This shit is terrifying, and I wish I knew what to do. This is not one of those things that I think gets solved by calling your representatives. I wish it was. I wish I could say, yeah, just go on to 5 calls and mention that this is a problem. Obviously, you can do that, but I don't know what you would even say. I don't know what you would even do in this situation. But this shit terrifies me. And this response to what's going on because of the Charlie Kirk shooting, I can at least give you guys a call to action. Stay safe, stay armed, stay away. Those are the best things you can do right now. Keep yourself safe, keep yourself defended, keep away from trouble. That's about all I got on that one. Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I really could not do any of this without all of you. Those of you watching, and especially those of you who support me on Patreon. I wanted to go ahead and take a minute to thank all of you who do that, because with YouTube being what it is these days, I really cannot do this full time without the support from each and every one of you. Those people would be Red Joker, Purple Poundini, Jemshin, Britzkrieg, Jupe the Malignant, Michael, Ravalern, Mabbity Babbity, Astral Frontier, Tales of Atonement, Nixie Chan, Kiri Artemis, Limor Pinku, Love Bunny Games, Victorian Alchemist, I'm not saying the last part of that, and you know that, Aurora, Leela Ururaka, Arcton Arclacier, Kiratorian, Dren Hadamata, Jordan M, John L, Lord Bleck, Smiling Game Master, and Fireshard. Thank you so very much. But since you're here, why not go ahead and try watching another one? There should be one that's on the screen right now. And if you are a patron of mine, I wanted to go ahead and thank you again for all of your support. There is still a video you could press though, if you'd like. I would appreciate it. Just a little bit.